There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity.
You walk into this room at your own risk, because it leads to the future. Not a future that will be, but one that might be. This is not a new world. It is simply an extension of what began in the old one. It has refinements, technological advances, and a more sophisticated approach to the destruction of human freedom. But like every one of the superstates that preceded it, it has one iron rule. Logic is an enemy and truth is a menace. Any state, any entity, any ideology that fails to recognize the worth, the dignity, the rights of man, that state is obsolete. A case to be filed under M for mankind.
This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
Disney. We just talked about yesterday Harry's Razors, who decided, hey, what we need to do right now is find a woman who decided to have a healthy woman who decided to have a double mastectomy and take a bunch of testosterone to grow a fake half beard. This is who we need to promote. This is who we need to promote our razors to the men that buy our products. Well, that didn't work out very well. And now Disney has decided, hey, we think we need some sweet headlines. We need to rock the boat. And that's the thing. These, teaming up now with a trans TikTok influencer to promote girls' apparel. I literally look like Minnie Mouse. So, like, totally and literally. This is a biological man. We know that Disney supports this kind of stuff. It's all a part of their weird agenda to normalize things. Look, and I've always said 100% there are trans people on this planet. They exist. Gender dysphoria is a real thing, okay? And I wish them the best and I support them living their best life. All I ask is that you don't force anyone else around you to have to give up their rights. And a perfect example of that is, forcing women to change next to men. And you see here, trans influencer, all these people, by the way, are astroturfed, in my opinion. There's a reason that Dylan Mulvaney is so popular. Now, I don't have all the pieces of the puzzle, but I can pretty confidently say that there is a reason why these people are all popular. I don't know. Somebody's funding it. Somebody's promoting it. Whether it's algorithmically on TikTok or it's whatever, I don't know. But I believe it's astroturfed. It's fake. Trans influencer Sean Altman, a biological man who identifies as gender fluid, created a promotional TikTok video for Disney Style, the company's social media brand promoting Disney-themed clothing and makeup accessories. In the video, which was first reported by the Twitter account Leftism for You, he provides a dress-up tutorial to look like Minnie Mouse. The video was subsequently posted to Disney Style's official TikTok account. It really is a wild world out there where you have these individuals. It's like TikTok's a totally different world, right? TikTok's just a totally different banana, and for whatever reason, it has existed without our eye, the regular public's eye on it for so long that this is what, gets promoted.
Let's get dressed. Today we're looking at the most iconic friend group, Disney's Mickey and Friends. And the character most like me is Minnie Mouse.
Wrong. The character most like you is Mickey Mouse. I can't believe they paid for this, by the way. It's such low production quality.
And I have the most perfect dress to start the look. It even has little Mickeys on it, and I love how bold of a red it is. It's just like Minnie. I'm thinking of layering a fun collar, like this one, just to give it a little more flair. But now I feel like the dress needs more shape, so let's add this white petticoat under it. It's so fun to move in, and I love how it peeks out at the bottom. And to add even more shape, this belt should do the trick. Now for hair, I'm thinking of doing space buns. So let's pull out my hair donuts, and just like that, it kinda looks like I have mini ears.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
How could I forget? A giant red bow, the biggest fashion statement. And now the look is complete. I literally look like Minnie Mouse, and I fit in perfectly with Mickey and his friends. The bow with the dress and the shoes really sealed the deal. Now I'm fashionable, bold, and fun.
And a man, biologically. I don't really understand. The video is the latest example of Disney promoting, this is via Breitbart, transgenderism and gender nonconformity. As Breitbart News reported, Disney recently employed a mustachioed trans individual to welcome young girls to the park's Bippity Boppity Boutique. In the past couple of years, Disney has fought Florida over its anti-grooming parental rights in education law, created multiple trans characters for children's shows, put LGBTQ characters at the center of its big-budget movie, and even launched an LGBTQ-themed apparel line. Look, I don't have any problem, by the way. I don't have any problem having an LGBTQ clothing line. There's nothing wrong with that. That's 100% fine. People will buy it, right? People are into that. I just, it's weird. There's a line where, like, okay, you're working with somebody who, if you're working with somebody who has a large following and you want to access that following, I understand why some of these decisions are made. Why some of these decisions are made, but this is on the heels of new Disney board eliminates diversity, equity, and inclusion programs. This was just a few days ago. The new district board overseeing Disney World in Florida has eliminated its diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, including the DEI board. In February, Governor Ron DeSantis signed legislation creating the new board and abolishing its predecessor, which was tightly linked with the primary businesses it regulated, Disney World. This act was a part of Mr. DeSantis' war with Disney after its leaders came out against his parental rights and education bill last year, one dubbed the Don't Say Gay bill by its detractors. Since the district's 1967 creation, Disney has enjoyed a unique self-governing status, putting it outside Florida County or city governments. It is governed by the Reedy Creek Improvement District, and it appointed its members to it. Its appointed members to it enjoyed various tax exemptions. Mr. DeSantis, noting that no other business in Florida had such a sweetheart deal, created the new board, the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, whose members he appointed. Today, District Administrator Glenton Glizine announced the abolition of all DEI programs at the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District. The district said in a public statement on August 1st. The announcement comes after the Reedy Creek Improvement District implement hiring and contracting programs that discriminated against Americans based on gender or race, costing taxpayers millions of dollars. The announcement comes after an internal investigation into the district's policies, according to the statement. The district's DEI committee will be dissolved and any DEI job duties will be eliminated. CFTOD staff will no longer be permitted to use any staff time to pursue DEI initiatives. The so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives were advanced during the tenure of the previous board and were illegal and simply un-American, said Mr. Glazine. Our district will no longer participate in any attempt to divide us by race or advance the notion that we are not created equal. As a former head of the Central Florida Urban League, a civil rights organization, I can say definitively that our community thrives only when we work together despite our differences. According to the statement, Reedy Creek, under its Minority Woman Business Enterprise and Disadvantaged Business Enterprise program, routinely awarded contracts based on racially and gender-driven goals to businesses on the basis of their owners' race and gender. The Reedy Creek District instituted gender and racial quotas to ensure that contractors met certain thresholds of diversity, the new district said in a statement. In order to meet those quotas, it estimated that the district had to pay millions of dollars more in order to find businesses who could comply. The new district further alleged that the statement that Reedy Creek employees, after entering contract, aggressively monitored the contractors' racial and gender practices, wasting taxpayer dollars. Contractors who didn't keep up with quotas were threatened with non-payment and disqualification from future bidding. That's wild. I mean, it's absolute insanity that like this stuff was going on for so long. You know, like for so long, this stuff has been going on, and you know, they're just when it's like it seems wild that it's a bold thing to say that discrimination is bad. You know, it's like, oh, discrimination's bad. I agree. Okay, cool. So then you think we shouldn't elevate one particular race over another based on their race, right? Yes. Okay, cool. What do you think of diversity, equity, inclusion? Oh, that's a great thing. That's a great thing. That's equity. You know, it's just offensive. It's racist, sexist, and should be abolished everywhere. It seems outright pretty plainly illegal too. But I suppose I'm not a multi-billion-dollar corporation, so there's that.